In December 2004, we took our second trip to Kenya, and it was the first time in my life that I've ever seen poverty and suffering to that degree. So as we took these trips and we visited and we met these children who were barefoot and dirty, and their mothers and fathers had abandoned them or had died of AIDS or had been killed in some violent act, I just was overcome with their plight. And the only response I know to make is we are supposed to be involved somehow of the care of orphans in Kenya. And then we would go back to America, and although we loved our life in America, we loved it, we just couldn't ever quit thinking about our friends in Kenya. And so we shared that with some friends of ours who are Kenyan, and they just so happened to own a piece of land down in Mai Mahiu, Kenya, 5 acres, that they had always believed would be used for the care of orphans.
And we would ask the questions, and we would look at statistics, and we saw that there was such thing as a single orphan or a double orphan. And a double orphan is a child who has no parents. Both parents are gone. And that was the most common type of orphan in this area. And that was the kind of orphan we were feeling called to help, the most desperate child of all. And so when we talked to the architect and we're talking about helping children, he's saying you've got to build a bigger structure that's got a dining hall, a kitchen, enough space for the children to live, and bedrooms, bathrooms, and all that. How many children are you talking about bringing in? And both of us felt the number 100, and both of us felt that our call was not just to give them basic care, but to give them everything that our own children get, to raise them to be leaders, equipped to stand on their own feet and be part of the solution for the rest of the orphans that exist in Kenya. When we started to look at the statistics and realize how many orphans there were, and then how often traditional children's homes failed at their objective, we realized God was calling us to something different. And so we wanted to raise our children to be leaders, not only because we wanted them to survive and do well, but we wanted them to be part of the solution for the rest of the children. Our children get excellent health care, nutrition, spiritual care. We honestly feel that this is the nucleus of the change that will start here in the Rift Valley, where these kids are going to grow up equipped, enabled, empowered, and then from there spread out throughout Kenya and begin to serve in government, business, medicine, any number of fields as leaders who are not only given academic skills, but character skills, spiritual training, and are taught that your call in life is not only to lead, but to serve. I can't be cynical. The future of so many children here depends on us continuing to believe that what God has called us to do has to happen. And cynicism doesn't solve anything. There are 53 million children right now, according to UNICEF statistics, that are currently orphaned in Africa. And most of their lives are being forgotten and squandered. And ask yourself if that's okay. And if it's not, come and see some of those children and be connected with them and get involved. That's my plea to you.